All right. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Look, it's loud in here. It's going to be one of those videos hard to hear, but at the same time, I got to get it in while I can. So, like I told y'all in the previous video, how to start a business, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to explain best I can how to start it from zero, right? So if you got a business that you're trying to do, especially in the gym industry, there's a lot of ways you can do that, right? But all I can do is speak on how I did it, right? So like if you're trying to start a business from zero, it's a couple different things you need to establish. Now, the video gonna be kind of in and out. I'm working with somebody right now. I want you to understand that this is an actual live thing, right? Like this is not some fantasy thing and somebody's lying about their credentials or whatever. What you see is what you get here. So what I'm gonna do is, for the most part, I'm gonna keep the camera where it is for right now. But I want you to just follow along as I'm training, and I'm gonna talk about some things. So every now and then I might pop in, pop out, but I'm gonna be mentioning like certain things that you can do to start your business from zero. At least in the gym industry, everything has a cap on it. Everything has like I guess a startup cost, right? But when it comes to fitness, a lot of time we can actually really start from zero, and I'm gonna talk about that, right? So in my previous video, I talked about like my origin. So you can go back and look at that video. You can see I decided to put a gym right here in what they call the hood. And so there's a couple different things you could do in the fitness industry if you are willing to do it. I remember coming out of college. I remember thinking like, what am I gonna do when I graduate? What certification am I gonna get? Like all that type of stuff, right? And that's all cool. But one thing I would say is like, even when you're in college, because this is what I did back in 2003, even though I was still in school, I started training people, even if it was for free. Me and my teammate, who was my brother now, we started training each other. And so I started to get that experience while I was in school. It's like on-the-job training, basically. And so I started just training. That's the first thing I would say. When you do that, what you're doing now, you're starting to like learn yourself, learn your clients, learn different things that you need to know about them to help you become a better coach, right? So now you get to see different type of bodies and different type of personalities, right? Because a lot of times that's what you're dealing with in this industry. It's personality. So it helps you to be able to do so. And so what I would say is that you need to just get your hands dirty. And that's in anything you're doing. A lot of people want to wait and say, oh, I'm going to get this certification. I want to do this first. No, go do the thing first. Like, do that thing first and learn. It's like when you learn how to walk, learn how to run, you didn't just say, okay, I want to learn how to walk, so I'm going to go do this. No, you literally, as a kid, got up and you started walking, and you start bumping your head and so forth, but you got up and started doing the thing. Likewise for crawling, running, whatever. Tying your shoe. You don't just, get to the point of tying your shoe just by not doing it. You just keep doing it, you keep practicing. So whatever it is you're trying to perfect, keep practicing that thing. That's what I would say first. So get your hands dirty, get in the industry, start doing those things, and then that way you can learn some of the things about the industry before you actually get into it. Then when you get to the point of like graduation, get to the point of graduating and doing certain things. Hold on, give me a break. Follow me right quick. I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna get this volume right. All right, like I said, man, it's gonna be like real raw cut. I got you. All right, so I think it's enough for them to operate off. All right, cool. All right, so like I said, man, I don't want to waste y'all time. I want to give y'all raw, straight to the fact information. The fact that I'm working right now and trying to do this video, all right, should tell you a lot about this industry. It's fitness industry. It's a people's industry. It's about being there for the people, no matter what. And so that's why I say get your hands dirty and get to that point first, man. Excuse me about the camera, y'all. I apologize. All right, so as he's doing this, I'm gonna keep on working. I got you, Big. There you go. So as he's doing this, I'm gonna keep on talking to you. All right. So right now I'm working with a professional athlete. We got a couple different general population members in the gym right now at the moment, right? And what it takes a lot of hard work, to the point where you working while you working. Then when you get to the point of learning people and understand that you gotta get your hands dirty, like I would say to start out from zero, the first thing you need to do is find you a tribe. My bad, bro. My bad. Find you a tribe of people that trust you. Find you a tribe of people that trust you with their health and fitness. How do they trust you? Because again, like I said, you started out when you were in college. You started out in the early days. If you don't go to college, you do a certification, same thing. Just start training people so you can build that trust so that you can do stuff like this, right? Make a video while you're training somebody. I'm training a top level athlete right now. He trusts me enough to let me be able to make this video while we're still working. And so that's one of the things I would do is start to build your tribe of people who trust you first. How do you do that? Boot camps. Boot camps is one way you can get started. It's cheap. That's it. Boot camps are cheap. You can do a boot camp without having to worry about like equipment. You can do boot camps with sandbags, dumbbells, mats. You got to people bring their own stuff out. Like you don't even have to be the one to do it. So if I'm gonna start from ground zero and I don't have a whole lot of money, but I want to start my business, the first thing is look for the opportunities that you do have. Wherever you train, you could be in New York, California, Florida, Texas. You got parks around. I know they got parks around. Find you a space that's suitable for you, right? Suitable for your people. And I would probably do this starting out like with good weather, like in the spring, so that way you can build the trust of the people. But find you a spot you can go to where you can do boot camps, right? Learn how to structure your boot camps so where it's not always the same thing. So first thing, start doing the boot camps. Have people come out, charge minimal. You know, like you want to get something out of it, but charge minimal in the beginning so you can actually build that audience and people can actually come. Once you do that, and you got maybe 5, 6 people who trust you, or whatever, have those people start bringing people out too, like a referral program. Hey guys, my rates are going up, but in order to keep the same rate, if you bring 1 or 2 people, this, that, and other. So you come up with those rates on your own, and I'll talk about more about like my numbers and so forth, how I did it, and some of the companies I work with and so forth. But what you can do though, to start out with zero, it takes literally you, your gas money, your car, or you can catch a bus or Uber, whatever it is. Get to the park, have your tribal people come, you work them out. When you're working these people out, the thing that you have to do is understand that you're invested in them. So you got to show up, and when they show up, because you showed up, you got to make sure they're getting the results. How do you do that? And that's when you have to learn how to start programming a certain type of way. Now, it's boot camp. You don't have to worry about strength training per se, but you can have strength sessions. You can have cardio sessions. You can have all these different type of sessions within a boot camp, and you can structure it different ways so where it's not always the same thing. So it's not always just burpee, jumping jacks, right, and push-ups. You can structure it a certain type of way, use certain verbiage that you feel is that you deem worthy for whatever you're trying to do, right, whatever vision is you have, you do that, and then you can start to build on those programs. Now, you find your rhythm, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're doing strength boot camp. On Tuesday, Thursday, we're going to do HIIT boot camp. Whatever it is that you want to do, just get started. It costs you nothing but some creativity, some time with your mindset to sit down and see like what it is that you want to set forth, whatever vision is that you have, and then you keep on doing that over and over and over again. Once you get in, I'll say, 2, 3 months, you should start to see the clientele grow. If not, that means you're doing something wrong, or you're just not doing it enough. You're not telling enough people. So the first thing I would do, again, establish the boot camp. That's free. You don't have to charge anybody for that in the beginning. Raise your rates a little bit. Get your tribe built up a little bit more. Now you got some income coming in. Have those people invite people out, right? That's how you build your tribe. Then once you start to build your tribe, you already got the workouts going. You focus on the workouts. The next step is, let me start to focus on, am I trying to go bigger as far as do I need to get to a building, or am I trying to just build my boot camps out? That's going to give you basically the roadmap to what you're trying to do. And now you need to know what I need to do as far as transitioning, meaning, I'm trying to expand to more boot camps, and I need to bring on more coaches to help me get to more locations, and I'm getting money off those locations because I'm the one providing the people, the advertising, everything else. Or I'm gonna try to get to a building, actually build a gym, right? Because those are 2 different things. Now you're gonna have overhead. You're gonna have deal with situations that come up, plumbing, whatever you can imagine that can happen in the business. It's on a bigger scale. So if you're trying to get to that, you need to plan for that. And so before you get to that point, though, again, you got to make sure that you're investing in enough people that's going to help you out with the boot camps and so forth, help you build that. And then you can start to transition to other things, like I said, as far as trying to get you an actual business in a building, because that's the ultimate goal for a lot of us. We want our own gym, right? And that's why I titled it, starting with zero, build my own gym. Why this? Because I know everybody that's like I'm around, because I'm around those type of people. We want our own gym. We want people and athletes to come in, be able to build and do certain things, right? But in order to get there, and we don't have business loans, in order to get there, you got to have a starting point. So you start with investing your time in the people, giving them opportunity to get in shape. Again, boot camps are free. You can do online boot camps, literally. You can do live boot camps on Instagram or whatever platform that you use. Then you get to the point where you can charge for it, and you can use Zoom or whatever the case may be. It's always a way, but you got to be willing to put yourself out there first and foremost. Once you do that, once you get you break ground zero and you get people coming and invest in you, then you can start to like build and get to the next step and to the next step and to the next step. All right, so this is Coach D. Either you're going to make an excuse or you're going to make a way.